Because right.
Oh, yeah, as Tony said, brother, we are live. We are in the building. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Tony Claude Gunner TV is in the building. Boom, boom, boom. CCG, what's going on, brother?
Boom, boom, boom. See, yeah, guys, yeah. See, you know what it is, yeah. You know, when me and this guy from the southern side of America, when we come down together and just, put our heads together, we always create that magic, yeah. It's always been to my channel. You see, the magic is created in my channel. We come up to his channel, magic every goddamn place, yeah. And of course, guys, next season, me and brother Matt, yeah, we're gonna be tearing up this airwaves, yeah. We're gonna be holding people accountable. We wouldn't say who will be holding accountable, but we will be holding people accountable next season. So you have to join us. We'll be creating our new show together. One will be held in my channel, one will be held in his channel. We'll be sharing it up in the channels. See, guys, yeah, this is it. This is it. You're welcome to the show. It's the Transfer Watch with my brother, the Southern Gunner, Matt. Matt, man, nice to see you, my brother, man. Always a pleasure linking up with you, my brother.
Likewise, brother. Always good to be in the building, in the room.
Yeah.
With Tony.
In the room. Well, please, man. Where is it? Where is it?
I snuck it in.
Where is it?
He needs to be, hopefully we'll find some news where we'll be putting him out of the room. so we need to put him out of the room.
Needs to be shit out of the football club this summer, yeah?
He needs
out
to
of the football club.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Highbury's local badger, Michael Ozoho. We've got Anthony Burton in the building. We got the brother, the man, Carl Rossi is in the building. Brother Lenny Moon is also in here.
Top bloke down there, Lenny Moon too. Top bloke too there, man.
Yes, sir. So let's get things right off the
Highbury Badger. Great guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's get down to business. Let's get the math out of the way first. Let's get the math out of the way first. Let's get this transfer window. Here we go. So as we look at this chart here, brother TCG, we look here and let's go back. Let's see. Let's go back to we'll go pandemic. We'll go back 1920. We'll go back 1920. One of my biggest complaints about this club is when you look over here, a lot of people tend to go right over here to arrivals. People go straight to arrivals. I prefer to go the other way. I want to see who's going out, who's coming in. Now, this Alex Iwobi deal was probably the best piece of business that we have done in almost 4 or 5 years. Yeah. 4 or 5 years. We let him go to Everton. We sold him. We got him out of there. We had to make way for a couple of players to come in there. We brought in Nicola Pepe, 72 million. You can round it on up to about 80 million. And that's a we'll eventually get to that. Most important thing here is this number down here, everybody. I want y'all to look at this. 53 million euros is what we made in departures. Let that sink in. We let roughly, and I'm just throwing a number out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 players. 18 players departed the club in 1920. 53.6 million euro. Just let that sink in, Tony. We have just let players walk out the door. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing is what people are walking out the door on. They're walking out the door. Basically, we're either we're paying them to leave. We're loaning out players that we have no intentions to come back and play for the club at all. Shout out to Brother Tom in the building. Footy Chaz as well, and Cyborg Ninja.
Shout out Tom. Shout out my guy from my channel. He's DJ Gotti. Big ups. He's joining us from Poland. Big ups to you, Ehis. And
nice.
Welcome to Brother Matt's channel. Please smash the subscribe button down there for our Brother Matt, man.
Yep. And so we send these players out on loan. And then we have absolutely no intentions, Tony. No intentions of players, either developing somewhere else and come back and helping the club out, or we just send them out and then that's it. They come back, they're gone. And you're going to see that again today. You're going to see that referenced again today. And shout out to the brother Yorkshire Gunner that was on. We talked after the show yesterday, and we were talking about these players that we sent out on loan. And, Tony, when you send players out on loan, the objective for a player to go on loan is to develop and then come back and help the club. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's the mission statement for loan deals.
Yeah, we're sending players out on loan, and then that's it. You send them on loan, and then they're out of contract, and either that or we cutting the check. As brother Uzoho said that we're paying players to go pay for other teams. Let's go to 2021. All right, just look at this number. So we departures. Emi Martinez, Mateo Guendouzi.
Can you check how much we sold Martinez for? We sold him for a pittance, man. About 25 million.
Well, a transfer market got it 17 million.
Oh my god. That guy's worth at least 35 million.
Yes. It's a World Cup winner.
Just look at Ariza Bala for Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
Like, just look at that guy, yeah? If that guy is worth 80-something, 50-something million, yeah, that Chelsea bought him for, then Martinez to leave that cheap at our football club.
Pennies on the dollar.
Graceful. That deal was extremely disgraceful. I'm sorry, man. Well, I'll allow you finish. But Matt, it calls a question. It calls a question to how come are our best players being given out for free? Yeah, dashed out to the world, while Arsenal Football Club cannot realize any revenue from any of these goddamn players.
Yeah.
Why can't we realize any cash? You just talked about Pepe, right?
Yeah.
See, that's the biggest signing we've made, 72 million pounds, right?
Yeah.
And we're struggling to get that guy off the books. We're struggling to get 10 million out of that. In fact, we can't even get 7 million out of him. How shameful is this? How far have we fallen?
Brother.
So, man, these other clubs are whipping out players for 100 million, 120 million. We'll get into the Declan Rices, we'll get into the Kaisers, all these guys are all leaving for huge and astronomical amounts of money, while our players are being prized as if they're being prized in Poundland. In England, there's something called Poundland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a secondhand store.
Yeah.
Where
We
you
got
just
one.
go to
We got one here.
Apple prices.
Dollar Tree.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Shout out to Jason Carter, another brother from down south, right there in Pensacola, Florida.
Big ups,
Home
Jason. Big
of
ups,
one of the
Jason.
greatest boxers of all time, Roy
Big
Jones
ups.
Jr.
Michael, it looks like he's Nigerian. Big ups to you, Michael.
Nice. All right. So Hybrid Local Badger says here that I wanted Martinez to stay best goalkeeper, and they got rid of him for peanuts. Yeah, the peanuts. So let's look at these peanuts. I'm gonna show you because this is gonna blow your mind here. So we got rid of Martinez, we got rid of Guendouzi, one who I wanted to keep at the time. Mavropanos, we sent him out on loan. He decided he didn't want to come back. He said, just leave me where I am. Kolasinac ran his contract down pretty much. He went to Schalke. Took Mustafi with him.
I'm sorry, I'll come in there. Mavropanos, because it's very important. Yeah, Manchester United are going for Kim Ney, the veteran Napoli defender. Yeah, he should be leaving this season. They've put him out for sale. He should be leaving. It's just a matter of time. But do you know what? Yeah, Mavropanos has been earmarked to replace Kim Ney if he leaves the football club. That's just how horrible this is. And that guy will turn into 100 million player in the next 3-4 seasons. Yeah. He's going to be playing at Napoli. At Napoli, my brother. He has been earmarked to replace Kim Ney in the heart of that defense for Napoli. So in 5-6 seasons, that guy, you can't even get him for 80 million, and we just dashed him out to an unknown football club. I think either in Turkey or in Greece also, when we dumped him out of the football club. And all these clubs are there, having a taste of these guys, and we can't even get anything from them. Not even a nickel.
Shout out to brother Schadenfreude. Hope I pronounced it right. I hope I got that right. I think it's Schadenfreude. Kai Havertz is going to Madrid for 60 million euro. Let's see how much Pepe goes for this transfer window. He said that would tell you how disgraceful a club Arsenal are. I'm saying maybe 5 to 10 million at the most. Brother Uzoho says, yes, I am Nigerian. I'm a Liverpool fan, but the Guendouzi sale didn't make much sense. Shaka should have been.
I'm Nigerian too, man.
Shout out to the Super Eagles in the building. Super Eagles,
yeah. Michael, you're a brother, man. Come up to my channel. We'll talk football.
Mule up. And we kept holding instead. Yep, exactly. Jason Carter. Yep. And Red Bull Vodka, bro. Lacazette went for free. Yeah, we talked about this last week on the show when I was saying that Lacazette is out there ripping it up in France, and we let him go for free.
Was it not last week you were saying it?
Yeah. And we didn't get anything for him. Exactly. Brother Taib is in the building. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you making your round.
Big ups to you, Taib.
All right,
brother Taib.
So in this departures on the 2021, I'm gonna get through these, Tony. We've got Mesut Ozil. We all know how that ended. That's 300,000 down the toilet. He sat on it, and I don't blame him. Socrates went out on a free as well. The gentleman who's playing in the Champions League next weekend for Inter Milan went out on a free. Henry Mkhitaryan. Just think about that. He went for free, and he is playing in the Champions League next weekend. Lucas Torreira, a player we spent, I think, 20 million on him, if I can remember. And he was loaned out. He didn't want to come back. Never liked it over in Europe.
I think it was 35 million was spent on him.
It was top dollar. I remember that. Then, of course, you got another man who leaves the club, upgrades his career. Joe Willock goes to Newcastle. We all know how that's turned out.
Yeah, turns into a completely different player.
Now, I want people to take note of this name and write it down. If you got a sheet of paper, write this down on a sheet of paper, and we're gonna come back to him. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, keep him. Get him off to the side. We're gonna come back to him a little later on, and of course, Dejan Iliev went out on loan. Now, total amount brought in this year on 2021. Y'all ready? You ready? Give me a drum roll. 19 million euros. That's all we brought in. 19 million euros, according to transfer market. I'm gonna say it again. 19 million euros.
Guys in the charts, let that sink in. 19 million euros. That's how much we've realized. Yeah, from just it's painful, man. Let that sink in. 19 million. Just let it sink in.
We let 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 players go. And all we brought in was 19 million euros. Now, Edu, this is why I was on Edu yesterday. This is why I played. For those who did not watch yesterday's show, watch it. This is why I played the interview yesterday, so that people can see the man who is heading up all of this. This was the same season. Well, no, we'll get to no, that's the next season. Next season is the one they were complaining about. We saved so much on the wage bill. And then let's look over here on the other side on this one. This is interesting too. I want you people to look. 2021 arrivals. We're gonna start to see it. We're gonna start to see things put together here. So we brought in Thomas Partey. We activated the release clause from Atletico Madrid. He came in 50 million. Gabriel Magalhaes came in. We paid 26 million for him at that time. Pablo Mari, that's another one. Write him down. Put him on a sheet of paper. We're gonna come back to him too. Pablo Mari, $6 million from Flamengo. Martin Odegaard, we got him on loan for $2 million. This one here. Alex Runnison. This was probably the stupidest transfer we ever had. $2 million from Dijon. Cedric Suarez on a free transfer. Put him down on a sheet of paper. We'll come back to him as well. Willian on a free.
The Chelsea pensioners,
on a free. Willian. Dejan Iliev, we bought him, then put him on loan, sent him right back on loan. Ainsley Maitland-Niles came back from loan, sent him back out on loan. Joe Willard, end of loan, he comes back. Emil Smith-Rowe gets called up, saves the season that year, if you remember. He comes back and saved the season that year. And that was the transfer window for 2021. Tony, that was an absolute disgrace. And we hadn't even got to the meat and potatoes yet. What's your thoughts on this, man? What's your thoughts on this foolishness?
See, it boils my blood. It boils my blood because yesterday, I was here when you were playing that clip from Edu, yesterday, and it broke my heart. I found out that this guy doesn't know what it means to be the chief of recruitment. It doesn't understand what it entails to go into the market, get players, and also maintain their value. Yeah, because it's not all about bringing in players that could be able to change a season for someone or for the team. Yeah, it's also your job to make sure that they maintain a certain degree of level, that could ensure their resale value. Right now, but I'll just give you an example. Yeah, what is the resale value of Emil Smith-Rowe right now, even as an English player?
If you're asking me if what I would,
right now, Emil Smith-Rowe, right now,
no less than 50 million, no less than 50 million, 60 million, no less. That's no less.
No less, right?
No less.
Do you think Arsenal can sell him for 50 million?
No, they'll sell him for 22, 20, 18.
They're selling for 20, 15. See, Arsenal will be lucky to get 15 million for Emil Smith-Rowe. Yeah. And while other football clubs, that have English players, English talent, that might not even, correlate with the kind of skills or the kind of skill set that Emil Smith-Rowe's got, they're going for higher fees. James Maddison, that team just got relegated. Do you know how much is the quote for Maddison?
No,
15 million. And if you don't pay that money, Leicester won't allow him leave the football club. You see, it's simple. These guys, yeah, that's how they run the business. They run a business. They know how to genuinely bring in a player and increase the player's worth. How about Arsenal? Is it all about recruiting players? No, it's all about recruiting players and making sure that their resale value is also, at the top, down there. Look at another English player, West Ham, Declan Rice. They want him to go for 120 million.
No, hold on. We'll come back to Rice. Hold on. We're coming back to Rice.
No, we'll get in there, yeah. But these guys want to let him go for 120 million pounds. And Smith Rowe is an English player.
Yeah.
We can't even get 2025 for him. Arsenal will struggle to sell him for 15 million pounds. That's how bad that's how rotten the whole recruitment system is. So that there's a big problem, brother Matt. There's a big problem.
The reason
we're not realizing anything. We're actually I'm confused as to why Arsenal isn't really why we haven't gone aground, with our transfer dealings. Shocking. The amount of money we spend doesn't correlate with the amount of income that we get.
There you go. Wait a minute. Where's my bell? Where's my bell? There you go. I have to bring my bell out. When I hear a fact, the bell comes out.
The bell comes in.
That's it. Fact. We do the amount of money that this club makes. It's just like I said on one of my other videos. If you multiply 80 euros or what pounds versus times however many of these jerseys that were sold last weekend at Wolves, and then you take off 20% for taxes or 30% for taxes, it's money left over in the coffers, man. So where's the money at? What? I know you got to pay your janitors and your gardeners and all that, your lawnmen and all that stuff, but there's money left over. There's money there. There's money. Arsenal's been around for over 100 years. There's money left around. We're not falling for that. I'm not falling for that. It's an institute. Arsenal is an institution. There's money. There is money to be spent. There's no excuse. None. Zero. Let's look at the chat. Look at the chat.
The chat is boiling. Chat is boiling.
See, this is why I want to do this show, Tony, because I want people to see facts. See, facts. That's one I told you. I'm going to start. This is the no delusion zone over here. Bloody hell!
You got the receipts.
Receipts. Yeah, 90 million euros. I'm disgusted. And we keep a bag load of dead wood and continue to go for the best. Continue to let go. Excuse me, of our best left back to our rival who will strengthen it. Yep, exactly. We're gonna let our best left back go right over there to Newcastle, and we'll be dealing with that all next year. Taib, Anthony blamed Arteta. Guys ruined the squad. Him and Edu, both of them complicit. Meanwhile, no one on the bench when we need this right here. This is it. No one on the bench when we need them. No, because everybody's loaned out. They all over the place. Edu is so bad at buying players and even worse at selling players. Guarantee 100% we'll miss out on Rice and Salcedo. We're gonna talk about y'all. Just hold tight. We're gonna come back to Salcedo. Right. We're gonna talk about.
Let's hold on. See, we're just getting started. Yeah, we're gonna touch into all these things. You guys don't worry. Just hold on that. See, guys. Yeah, we are 30 right now and watching right now, and we just have 27 likes. Please smash that like button. Yeah, it helps you with the algorithms. Please smash the like buttons. Yeah, and keep the charts coming. Yeah, brother Matt.
Y'all should have sacked Edu, Arteta, and Vinay. Then you guys should have sold some players as well. Why are you giving out contracts? Yeah, we're gonna get to that too, brother. Trust me, we're gonna talk about these contracts going out.
All day.
Yeah, it's hold tight. We coming down the pipe. Schneidenfreud said, "How much did you sell Thierry Henry for?" If I can remember correctly, I want to say at the time it was 16 million. If I can remember all the way back then, it was very low.
15.5 million.
Yeah, it was very low. I remember that thinking we're selling him for that. The Barcelona. We pay all our fringe players better than the top players. receiver in the league. Never ending, dumb contract renewals. When will this end? I mean, we can talk about Saliba too. Saliba's on that. That ball falls right in line with Saliba. This entire deal with him. All right, let's. I'm going to come back to these chats here, y'all. Y'all just bear with me. They rolling this morning. All right, so let's go up to 21-22. This is when it starts to get. I mean, let's start from the departures. This here, man. Here we go. We're gonna go with departures. Gonna go with departures. All right. So in 2021-22, we got Joe Willock is sold. We sell him to Newcastle. $30 million. You just brought up the English tax. $30 million. We send Joe Willock, who was, by all accounts, he was pretty decent. I thought he was a decent player. He just we couldn't break into the team at that time, Lucas Torreira, he really didn't want to go. He really didn't want to come back. Like I told you, he just sent me anywhere but England. I don't want to play. All right, so
England,
anyway, get me out of here. So Ainsley Maitland-Niles loan fee to Roma, $500,000. Saeed Kolasinac, he goes on a free. Look at this. Goes on a free. Tony, you can't even get $3 million for him. Can't even get $3 million for him.
Even $1 million, a nickel. We don't get a nickel from these guys.
A nickel.
One nickel. We don't get a nickel from these guys.
Yeah.
None. Not one nickel.
Yeah.
None.
So then we go to David Luiz, veteran, free transfer. You can't get $2 million. Can't get $1 million. Can't get $3 million. Can't get a couple $100,000. Nothing. Leaves for free. Willian. Oh man, how did that work out for you? You got him for free. You let him leave for free.
Let him go.
You can't give him $1 million.
And he started scoring goals in the Premiership.
Hey, Tony. Hold on. Hey, Tony. Hold on. Tony, I watch it. I'm gonna make you laugh. Everybody in the chat, I want y'all to see this. Y'all gonna laugh when I break this down like this. I want you to think about this. Now, Edu is supposed to be homeboys with everybody that's over in Brazil. Well, let's look over here. We send him to Corinthians. Corinthians wouldn't even give you a donation for this man. They wouldn't say, "Hey, man, we'll give you $1 million just for working this out." Nothing. That's what your homeboys think of you, Edu. They wouldn't even give you some pocket change for Willian or David Luiz. And then Willian goes there, gets sold back to Fulham.
Not even for $1 million. Not even for $1 million.
Yeah.
That guy left on a free. Not even for $1 million. And he came back to Fulham and he was banging in goals. Maybe not the hyper kind of service that he gave them actually. But he did put in some quite important goals for them. He did help their gameplay. He galvanized the midfield. He helped them. He helped them improve their play. He scored some couple of goals this season. And bro, he was playing like a 10 to 15 million player. That's how Willian played for Fulham this season, helping them out.
Yeah.
How in God's name would it not get 2 million, 3 million from that deal to Corinthians? I don't know. It's a big problem. I have a problem with that.
Look at this right here. Barca got Aubameyang for free and sold him for $10 million to Chelsea. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is why see when I thought these numbers like 2 million, 3 million, 1 million, you can get something. Tony, let's look at this. A nickel. That's exactly a nickel. Dejan, we just talked about him last year, on last season. Dejan, free transfer. We got him, loaned him out, then let him go for free. That was unnecessary. There was no need to even entertain this gentleman. He never even saw the team. He never even went in the locker room. He never used the bathroom at the facilities. He's never even seen the facility.
At all. Even the most atrocious one, that has happened over the years is this Matteo Guendouzi one. Yeah? Matteo Guendouzi, yeah? Aston Villa is planning on bringing him into the Premier League. And do you know what Marseille is saying? 50 million. Take it or leave it.
You know Marseille don't play.
Take it or leave it. But we'll let this guy go.
Yeah.
25 million. We let him go for cheap, for pittance. yeah, for crumbs,
Nickel.
for nickels. That's what we left this guy, to leave the football club with. While these other football clubs are there hedging against these players and
Yeah.
making big time money. Yeah, making money, making profits on returns. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, sometimes we have to be constructive. Yeah, with our criticisms. Yeah, right. Good. So why isn't there a system in the football club? Yeah, that should help in at least galvanizing our resale value. Why is it that Arsenal historically have always had a problem with the resale value of our players? We bring in these guys for expensive money, cannot have a good resale culture. So when I say culture, it means Arsenal is an institution, right? It means it's a process. It has been going on for a long time.
Years.
For years. So that culture is what has continued at Arsenal Football Club, and it's at the verge of actually choking us right now. So, because what do we have right now? We now have a congested wage bill. We're struggling to even cut the check for William Saliba. We'll go into that later on. We're struggling to cut the check for William Saliba, one of the best defenders to ever walk in to Arsenal in the last 25 years. Fact.
Yeah.
Fact. We're struggling. The wage bill is congested. And we don't even have resale value for the other players coming up.
But we're concerned about new jerseys and kits, though, Tony. That's what everybody's concerned about: kits and dogs and everything else. While we got a bloated transfer wage bill. All right, so let's go through some of these chats here. I hate Edu for bringing in players that we don't want to be there. We do bad business. Makes me angry. Did not want Eddie to come to our club. I said his name. There we go.
Oh my God.
All right. And so then we've got French clubs don't play when they say, listen, man, let me tell you, historically, man, France is the hardest place to get players from, man. I remember when we got Samir Nasri from Marseille, man. It was we paid at that time. They didn't want to let him go, man. So yeah, we had $1. Look at what Benzema went to Real Madrid for, man. Back in the day, I mean, they weren't playing. Leon was not playing when they told Madrid cut the check.
Cut the check.
Shout out Jason Carter in the building. Says I want to have faith this summer. In this summer's transfer window, but truth be told, in facts, I just don't believe we have to do so. Edu is in shambles. We definitely have the money, but we won't be a big club. And this is something we're going to talk about a little later when we start talking about the Declan Rices of the world. Exactly. 100%. Guendouzi was a fighter, showed passion, and was a good player. Just because he fell out with Mikel, how many other players will leave like this? This right here. Let me bring my bell out right.
That right there. That's a big comment. That comment takes the cake.
Yeah, that is it.
A drum roll for that guy, man.
I'm telling you, man. I have
big ups to you, man.
I have had a big issue with Mikel Arteta and players who may have a little attitude, a little passion, because he likes yes men. And me and York kind of talked about this yesterday. Arteta likes yes men. Men who just fall right in line. Guendouzi is a player that could. I honestly believe if we had players like this in the team during this season, we could have possibly had a different discussion. Tierney, the last couple of games of this season, absolute disgrace how he was treated. Absolute disgrace how he was treated this season. And that last game just told me all I needed to know. And then for the club to come out with a video to explain, trying to force feed inverted to explain that to me. I knew immediately what that was all about. And it's absolute disgrace.
And that's the PR of the football club. You see the perfect PR spin. These guys can spin anything. They could sell it. See, these guys could sell a $10 worth of chipsticks for 10 million. But they can't do it for the football club. They can't do it for the football club. They can bring in players with lots of and make lots of profit at the end of the day for Arsenal Football Club. But they're perfect in the PR spin. They're always perfect in that.
That's been. Oh, we got a saying down here in the South. You know, Arsenal can sell $1 for 50 cents, man. I'm telling you, Arsenal can sell $1 for 50 cents. All right.
For 50 cents, right?
50 cents. That's the only club in the world that can sell $1 for 50 cents. Hybrid's local badger. We're letting go of players for
you.
I am so angry. Terry Waite, shout out, brother. Matt, you've been on fire. Keep up the great work. Hopefully it will start sinking into all of these delusional guns. Brother, that's what I'm here for, man. I am here to end the delusion. I call it like I see it. The facts are the facts. Just wait till we get to these numbers. Just wait till we get to these numbers. Wait till we get into these numbers. Donnie's talking about yesterday, 9 out of 10. Yeah, that 9 out of 10, brother. That blew my mind when that fella said that, man. If you don't know what brother Danny's talking about, go check out yesterday's stream with Yorkshire, and you'll have a couple of laughs. All right, brother Spencer is in the place. Arsenal out there, their dirty laundry often devalues them. You are not going to play for them. Fine, we pay you pennies for them. Exactly. We get out there. We put our. So let's look at this tyranny thing, man. Tyranny, you would think that we trying the last couple of games of the season. If you want to move on from this guy, you will play this gentleman and play him and try to get the drive the cost of the value up of the player. So this is what you want him. You want him. You're paying $75 million for him. You're paying $65 million for him. You're paying $55 million for him. No, what do? We sink the value, and then like Brother Spencer said, we sell for pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. All right, let's hop back over here into departure. So, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Barcelona for free. We paid 50. I think it was 50 million. Let me see what it was. We got him. What was it? We paid $63 million for him.
Yeah, we paid top dollar for Aubameyang. We paid top dollar.
Leaves for free. Then he leaves Barcelona, goes to Chelsea for $10 million. Huh? Absolute disgrace. Callum Chambers. We have been saying for years before he departed the club, he needed to be sold. He leaves for free. Austin Trusty. Say it again. Austin Trusty.
Oh my God.
We paid the Colorado Rapids. We paid the Colorado Rapids pretty much $2 million to loan him out. Why are we buying players that we have no intentions of playing in the football club?
This guy hasn't touched, he hasn't kicked off. See, he hasn't been to the training facility.
He hasn't been to the bathroom.
He hasn't kicked a ball. See, guys, in the chat, if this doesn't hurt you as an Arsenal fan, if this doesn't hurt you, that we paid for a player that hasn't kicked the ball for Arsenal since he came into the foot. See, he hasn't even been to the treatment room at Arsenal. If this doesn't hurt you, I'm sorry. Why are you a fan? I'm sorry, man. Why are you a fan? If this piece of news doesn't hurt you, how in God's name are you a fan of this football club? Yeah, we pay for Trusty, and this guy's in our head. We loaned him out to Birmingham of all places, to go learn or develop. Yeah, but trust me, man, this guy wouldn't want to sign. He wouldn't want to, resign for Arsenal later on. And these guys will go on and make top dollar on him.
Yeah.
They would sell him to a bigger club for 50, 60 million. Trust me, this will happen. Do you doubt it? Do you doubt it, brother Matt? That guy would not come into Mikel Arteta's team. That's for sure. Nah. Yeah. And since he's not coming into that team, this guy is going to stay in Birmingham, for a while. Probably maybe until they come back to the league. Yeah. Good. When they come back, this guy, they will sell him for 50 million. They will sell for 50 million.
Brother Spencer is right on here, man. Over here in America, man, we don't hey, if a player ain't cutting it, he's out of there. We selling him quick. We moving him on. No need to hold it on. We hold on. Arsenal hoards players for no reason. We hoards them. For no reason. Yeah, we hoard them. All right, Gendouzi, loan transfer. Saliba. All right, we're going to come back to him later on. Saliba goes out on loan to Marseille. Goes to Marseille. This is where I said the deal should have been done. Right here, Tony. Right there. This right there is when you do the deal for Saliba. You put him on $30,000 or $40,000 wages. Then it saves you money. Then that principle that they just put on with our goalkeeper week before last, where he had 2 years remaining, they ballooned it to 5 for a 5-year deal. That's the deal that should have been done for Saliba when he went to Marseille. Right there. Right there.
Please, can you just press that bell for yourself, man? Please just press that bell for yourself.
Right there.
Press that bell for yourself.
Hey, right there is when the deal should have been done. It's obvious. I mean, this is what I'm saying. I don't get paid the millions, but I can look right here at it and say, well, yeah, right here. Even if Tony, even if you say, you know what, I think this guy looks pretty good. Let's lock him in. They use this with Raw Holding. Let's protect his value. Right there. Right? Let's protect his value. All right. So he goes out on loan. The fella Iliev is out of here. He's going on loan again. He's going on loan. Reece Nielsen goes to Feyenoord. Me and Yorkshire had a good discussion about our players like Reece Nielsen. Why are Arsenal not loaning players to other Premier League teams to get them ready? Why are they not loaning them to the lowest of the lows? Why are they not loaning them to the Brentfords of the world? Loaning them
they
over
would get some nickels, right? They would get some few pounds, right?
Yeah,
from that exchange, right?
Something. We loan our players to leagues that our fans and this. Watch this now. I'm going to show you something. Our fans will say, "Oh well, man, it's the Eredivisie. That's a weak league." But we're loading our players over there. So in that argument, why is our players going over that in? These players need to go on loan to clubs to where they can develop and then come back and help the club.
It's just painful. There's this our player, yeah. He went to Blackpool. What's his name?
Charlie Patino. Charlie Patino.
We let this young talent, go to Blackpool. He's tearing it down for them, yeah. And Arsenal can't even sell this guy. See, I know they wanna sell him because he's never gonna enter into that XI of Mikel Arteta. And I'm not even hearing up to £50 million, a young English talent.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing 17. See, is this a pattern? See, bro, Matt,
you called it.
Do you see this as what we'll call in literary studies, there's what we'll call leitmotif. A leitmotif. It runs deep. It's a continuum. Yeah. This is a continuum. Why is it that our English players aren't valued as other English players that are in other football clubs?
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely worry. Everyone knows that English players are overinflated. So much hype. Look at Jude Bellingham. It's going for that price to Real Madrid. These are English talents. Then why isn't a player like Charlie Patino? Why isn't he being priced for top dollar at the end of the day? Why? Why does he have to be Arsenal? They have to be at the back end of these horrible deals. It's shameful, and it runs as a leitmotif. It's a continuum. There's no break in it. It continues, and that's a culture that we really have to look into. Because, see, guys in the chat, we want to fry the bigger fish in the Champions League, and in order to fry the bigger fish, we need bigger fish.
United to have a go at the Europa League.
Don't say you will leave us. No, don't say that, because
okay.
Guys in the chat, we need to fry the bigger fish. Yeah, we need to go to the Champions League. We need players down there, and with all these Arsenal loanees out there, leeching on on the wages, that because we're either paying these players to go out on loan and play for that football club. Those football clubs were even loaning them out, aren't even giving us a nickel for these guys. It's 80-20 split, and Arsenal pays the 80% wages for these players. So it's a big problem. It's a big problem. Even players that are even on loan outside that can't even get, gameplay at Arsenal want to even come back because they're relaxed. They feel comfortable. Cedric, we're talking about Cedric. He wants to come back home.
Yes, we're going to come to him in a minute.
He wants to come back home. He wants to come back home. He loves the couch. He loves the feel-good moments. He wants to come and play with Win the dog, in the training ground. He's comfortable.
Comfortable.
So, it's comfortable, out there. No push, no motivation to win a trophy. They don't want to win anything. They just want to come, get a paycheck, relax, play with Win the dog, and enjoy, have a feel-good moment. And genuinely, I have a problem with that because these players form the fulcrum of the liches we have in our football club. Because with these wages, overinflated wages we're giving out to these players, number one in that corporate list is Eddie Nketiah. Eddie in the room. He needs to leave the football club. At least to be able to remove the wage congestion in that team. We can't afford to give two like players in Rhys Nelson a deal, an overinflated deal, and afford to also still put Eddie Nketiah with that same deal, play in the same team. It's not worth it. Actually, he doesn't even play up to 20 minutes per game. Like in most games that we play.
You saw the award they gave him yesterday, the Game Changer of the Year award. They gave him Game Changer of the Year award.
And that's the problem. That's the PR spin. That's what they want you to understand. And in that PR spin, if you check that column, on the Arsenal website, you would see where they put 3-2 because he scored the winning goal.
Yeah.
Right? They perfectly put it down there. So while you reading that, that content, you would be seeing that, oh, this guy actually scored the winning goal. See, Brother Matt, the PR spin in this football, I've never seen it. And this guy's only just scored maybe like 3 goals a season.
Tony,
they professionally infused that to confuse everyone. So when you're seeing that scoreboard, that 3-2, you're seeing his name up there, you're seeing that he scored a goal, they're justifying that they actually have this higher deal. See, the PR spin in this football club, my brother. See, let's forget negativity or anything, but the PR spin in this football, it's top notch. Like you need to give these guys an award. The PR spin is just on another level. And while that PR spin is on another level, Arsenal suffers, Brother Matt.
Tony, root cause says lack of strategic foresight. Edu's tenure is marked by a seemingly unclear transfer policy. Are Arsenal investing in youth, established stars, or bargain buys? It's all of the above. All of the above, and then they just let it sit around, and then as you'll see in just a second, they let it walk out the door for free. This lack of clarity suggests a lack of vision and recruitment. Absolutely, 100%. 100%, I agree with root cause on this. We have a lack of vision. Lack of vision. All right. Lack of vision. Let's go back over here. Let's go back over here. And I'm gonna come back to these chats. And I see y'all here. We're gonna keep it rolling. We got a lot of ground to cover. All right. So
coming, guys. Big ups to you. We have 41 likes, guys. Please smash the like button if you haven't.
All right. So Alex Runnison goes on loan. We pay, I think, $2 million. I think I quoted $2 million for him. He goes right. He comes in, destroys, just completely decimates the game. Get him out of here. He goes on loan to Levin, wherever that is. He goes over there. Hector Bellerin, a player who we could have sold at top dollar at one time. We let his value go all the way down the toilet. He goes to Real Betis, wins a Spanish League Cup. He leaves. People leave Arsenal, they win. Pablo Marie goes to Udinese on a loan. Total amount brought in on
he goes to Monza actually. Pablo Mari was it? Yeah, he went to Monza. And mind you, yeah, we got him in for about 6 million. And with the windfall that Monza got because they stayed in the league, yeah, so they're going to be paying a windfall of about 5 million to Arsenal. So we're still losing 1 million on that deal.
Yeah,
we don't seem to get anything from these deals.
Next year you're gonna see him when he comes back. He goes on loan that year. He comes back, then he goes to Monza. This is I see what the point you're making there. And then on this total, I hope y'all keeping the tally over there. The total amount brought in on this transfer window was 31.4 million euros. That's unbelievable. All right, so we're getting closer. We're gonna come on up to 2022. Last year. Last year's transfer. Now, this right here is going to show you something here. So last year's transfer window from a stance was okay. Well, let's see what the club can do to get us over the hump. All right, we're going to start with departures. We'll start with departures. 2022-23. Matteo Ganduzzi sold to Marseille for $11 million.
Yeah,
$11 million. Lucas Torreira, Galatasaray, $6 million.
I think that's a loan fee. I think that was a loan fee.
No, I think we sold him. No, we straight out sold him $6 million.
Was that a sale?
That was a sale. $6 million. Yeah. $6 million. Bernd Leno.
Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts.
$3.6 million. 3.6 million euros. Excuse me, euros. I'm sorry. Euro.
Jeez.
Which clubs to like somewhere between 4 and 5 million, if I'm mistaken. Mavropanos. Stuttgart. $3.2 million. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the fun. Here we go. I'm just gonna go down the list, Tony. I'm gonna run these up right quick, and then we'll hop over to a round. Lacazette, free transfer. Pablo Marie, free transfer. Excuse me, loan transfer. Hector Bellerin, free transfer. Marquinhos, loan transfer. Sambi Lakonga, loan. Cedric Suarez, loan. Austin Trusty, loan. Nuno Tavares, loan. Florian Balogun, loan. Alex Runnison again, loan. Nicola Pepe, loan. Ansley Maitland-Niles, loan. Total brought in. Are you ready, Tony? Are you ready? Are you ready? 23.8 million euros. 23.8 million euros. Let me go back up right quick. I want to go back to something. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna call out some names right quick, brother Tony. Alexander Lacazette, free transfer. You can't get 8 million for Lacazette. You can't find a way to get 8. Oh, nope, we can't do that. Albert Sammy Lakonga. Okay. He goes on loan. Goes to Palace. Okay. All right. Okay. So this year, let's ask ourselves this question. Do we see Sammy Lakonga as a mainstay in this team for the next 6 years? I don't see it. So in that, since he went to Crystal Palace, that means and he did fairly well. That means his value should have went up. Hey, offer him up. Let's get some cash. Cedric Suarez. This gentleman, I told you we was going to get to him. Cedric Suarez went to Fulham, decided, you know what? I want to come back and get all this money. And then I'll leave for free too. What the hell is going on at this football club? What in the holy hell is going on at this football club? We got players getting loaned out. Zero, nowhere to go, nothing.
Zero income, nothing.
Nothing. So then when it's time to go to the table and talk to Salcedo in the January transfer window, you looking up under the couch and under the rug for money. Arrivals in 2022, 23. Gonna run through these. We know them. Jesus. He comes in. Fabio Vieira. This is the one. $35 million for Fabio Vieira.
Actually, it was $40 million.
What is it? $40 million. That's $20 million less than Erling Haaland. Think I was just
let that sink in, guys, in the charts. Yeah, when Matt Adam told me about this, I nearly collapsed live on air. I was just wondering. I was gasping for air. Just 20 more million. We would have used that money to get Erling Haaland. Let that sink in. The money we paid for Fabio Vieira. If we added 20 more million, guys in the chart, we would have gotten or be in the best position to actually get some Man City or Erling Haaland.
Fabio Vieira, shout out the troops. Fabio Vieira, he's a bum. Fabio Vieira. This guy here, $40 million.
A waste.
Waste of money. Waste of money.
Mikel doesn't even trust it. Wait, have you even seen this dynamic? Yeah, Mikel actually doesn't even really trust. Wait, hold on. Wait, let's don't even wait. Hold on, brother. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk, about this. Mikel Arteta doesn't actually trust Fabio Vieira. What do you think? Because from where I'm looking at it,
Hey, I got a packing report. I'll be right back. Keep going, Tony. I'll be right back.
Yeah. See it, guys, Let's just hold up, and let this sink in. We go to FC Porto, we bring in a player, a Portuguese international, $40 million. That's what we're talking about. And he comes in. And I won't lie, he had a couple of good displays here and there. And to be very fair, it's his first season. But again, even if it's your first season, I'm not saying tear up the league. All I'm saying is at least put up performances that is befitting to the amount of money that we spent, that correlates with the amount of money we spent. Guys in the chart, I'm not convinced by Fabio Vieira. He hasn't convinced me that is worth £15 million. And this is someone who spent $40 million. Let that sink in to come into this football club. And at the end of the day, Mikel Arteta doesn't even trust him to actually play. See, that's the one that makes me want to pull my hair away. Yeah? That's the one that makes me go mad and crazy, He doesn't even trust him to play. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute shambles, You bring in Fabio Vieira. Of course, he needs to get used to the league. I totally understand this. He needs to get used to the league. But again, you need to see performances. He needs to give you something. It needs to give you something to desire about that will make you feel like next season he's gonna be your player, he's gonna be your baller. But right now, brother Matt, there's nothing left to desire. In fact, if he wants to come into the pitch, every Arsenal fan don't even have any expectation. It's like a non-entity, a useless player is coming in, and I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. It's a shambles.
Yeah, it's a disgrace, man. When you look at the amount of money we spent on that young man, 40 million. Whew. Zinchenko, 35 million. 35 million. Zinchenko.
Well, Zinchenko did well.
He's done
for him. I think
he's great.
That deal was a little bit decent anyway.
Yeah,
I won't be critical about that deal, but it was decent with the way we started out the season for us. With a kind of it helped us, with most of our goal trajectory this season. creating chances and going inverted. Of course, leaving us open at the back. That's a totally different story. But still, 35 wasn't bad for what he did for us this season. Is it a perfect article? The answer is no. It isn't. It isn't. Do we need another left back? The answer is yes. But the thing there is that the 35 million we paid for him, let's call it even. Let's just say it's even.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not hyper, and it's not hyper, and it's not totally dog shit. But it's I'll not leave it at the average, right?
The jury's gonna be out next year. All right, so
yeah, exactly. See, you have to ring the bell for that because, of course, you have to ring that bell for that one. Yeah, that's a big one. The jury will be out for Zinchenko next season. It will be out. See, no questions about that. It will be out. They will be out for him next season. So let's see what's gonna happen. Make it better. You better fix up that defense.
So let's. So I'm gonna skip the 3 in the blue. I'm going to skip the 3 in the blue. We're going to go down these other ones right quick, and I'll come back to those. Matt Turner, $6 million. Marquinhos, 3.5 million euros. Excuse me. Austin Trusty out on loan. Ainsley Maitland-Niles out on loan. Marquinhos, he goes out on loan. Laconga, he comes back from loan. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, y'all. Trusty, Maitland-Niles, Marquinhos, Laconga, end of loan, and then Florian Balogun, he gets called up, then gets shipped out on loan. Some of these guys came back from the ends of loan. Then they went out. I forgot I did departures first. All right, so let's go back to the blue. Let's go to the blue. We'll start with Jorginho.
Big ups Anthony Herbert. I'm sorry, Matt. Yeah. Big ups Anthony Herbert, who's in the show, and Yorkshire Gunner, the guy who came here yesterday. Thank you for that show yesterday, Yorkshire Gunner. That was a big, massive show yesterday. Thanks for coming in and chopping it up with my big brother, Matt Adam.
Yes, sir, man. Good to see you in the building, brother York. Good to see you, man. And hey, if you missed yesterday's show, go back and watch it, man. It was world class.
Oh my God,
legendary show yesterday.
It was a bumper yesterday. You have to watch that show, guys.
All right, so Tony, we look over here, Jorginho, and shout out to brother Lee Gunner for telling me this. I don't know how this got past me. I guess I wasn't even thinking about it.
Happy birthday to him. Actually, today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Lee Gunner. Yep,
in Malaga.
Yep.
Today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you, my brother.
Yeah, phase 41. All right.
Phase 41.
So Jorginho comes to Arsenal, has 6 months left on his deal, and we paid $12 million. Now,
financing the deal for João Felix.
Yeah.
We financed the deal for João Felix.
We financed the deal for João.
On loan from Atletico Madrid for about £10 million. 10-15 million pounds.
Yeah.
And then we paid the Jorginho money in full. In full, in full, and they used that money to refinance the deal for João Felix. So we got a striker. When we did need a striker ourselves.
Regardless of the fact whether regardless of the fact if it was.
Can you see the stupidity here? Can you see the stupidity? We need a striker ourselves, yeah? We were in the running to bring in João Felix because we did need a striker ourselves, yeah? And then we went in, we said, okay, good. Give us one of your pensioners. Come to our football club. To be very sincere, Jorginho hasn't been bad this season.
He's done well.
Very fair. He's been just okay. Just okay.
Yeah.
Nothing hyper, just okay. But you know what? Yeah, we'll go to Chelsea Football Club. We get a pensioner out of them. Get him out of they want him out of the football club. And who else is going to take their pensioner? It's Arsenal Football Club. They push him out for us. We go get him. We pay them about 10, 12 million, million. Yeah. And they go refinance that deal for Atletico Madrid to get him on loan. João Felix on loan to Chelsea. While Arsenal needed a striker. Yeah? We needed a striker to come partner Gabriel Jesus. And when he was injured, it was laid bare to see. We needed a striker because Nketiah in the room was actually in the parlor or in the in the museum. It wasn't in the room. Yeah? It was not in the room. Yeah? And we needed a striker. Where was he? Nowhere to be found because we financed that deal for Chelsea Football Club to have a striker, even to our own detriment.
Yep.
That's what it has done to.
So when we look at the departures for this past season, y'all, 23.8 million euros. Have y'all noticed that we hadn't touched six figures in departures since we've been talking this whole hour? This is concerning. This is an issue that needs to be addressed. And this is why I said that Edu should have been the first one fired at the end of last season. This is shocking. 23 million euro. We spent 192. But what are we spending the money on?
I don't know.
Look at just go. Let's just start this year. We've already started tally. Pablo Marie, Monza, as you brought up, Monza. €4 for a player. We just wasted money again. Wasted money. At Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we had team after team after team after team after team, Tony, after team after team were coming in. 15,000, 15 million, 12 million, 18 million, 21 million. That everybody wanted to buy Maitland-Niles. No, we're not selling. And leased the club for free. He's gone for free. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Man, it's painful, man. It's painful, man. Like just going through these figures, yeah. It just hurts you. You know, a part of your soul just hurts, yeah, because you're an Arsenal fan and you want the best for this football club, and you want us to go in and win trophies. You want us to go and fry the bigger fish, right? Phase 41. You want us to win this titles. You want to bring it home. You know, you want to show your loved ones, you want to have kids and show them that, hey, you know what, see what Arsenal did. You know, this is what we've done. We've won the Premier League. We won the FA Cups. You know, we went into the Champions League and gave these big teams a run for their money. But I'm sorry, man, with all these things going on, with all this ins and out, the ends are not even having any resale value. We're giving out and dashing out our players all up for free, and the ones that go on loans are not bringing in the development that we intended for them to have, and they're not even bringing the resale value that we actually want from them, and it becomes a big problem. It causes congestion. Right now, we have a big congestion problem at the football club because the leeches that are at the football club don't want to leave. And we can't get any amount of money from these guys in the transfer window. And without getting that kind of money, we can't even have enough resources to actually go for the Declan Rices, for the Caicedos. We have to call and converge for a meeting. While Chelsea is there, waiting in the wings to gazum the Caicedo deal.
So here we go. Let's listen to some audio here as we transition to the current transfer window. I've got some audio here. We're going to play a couple of these interviews and then we'll come back for thoughts.
The summer transfer window, you use the phrase that you have to nail it. Is that because City standards are so high now that nobody can afford any kind of mistake?
Because we have to nail everything that we do, and we have to seek for excellence in everything that we touch and we participated. That's going to have a big impact at the club, and obviously I think the competition is going to be even harder this season. That, in my opinion, has been the hardest in the 22 years that I've been in this league. And in order to do that, we have a really promising plan. We may have to reflect a little bit, take a step back, make sure that this is the right one, and go again with more determination and hunger in the tummies to do even better.
To Arsenal. Look, it's well documented that Arsenal are very interested in him. He's going to have decisions to make after the Europa League final. I'm sure if he is going anywhere, he'll want to win that just to give this legacy back to West Ham, because that relationship between him and those fans has been marvellous. I imagine they're absolutely devastated he wants to go, but a big number of them probably think, you know what, but we want to see him go and do well. Is Arsenal the place for him, Ali?
I am probably thinking I'd rather go to Arsenal than Manchester United. I looked at Manchester United at the weekend, and I know they've won the League Cup, but they look as though they've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 players behind Manchester City. Still think Arsenal are well behind Manchester City, but I think they've got the potential to get nearer to them quicker.
Dino?
Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm Arsenal, I'd be thinking he's definitely going to improve our team. If you put him in Arsenal's team, and Arsenal are probably the nearest to Man City at the moment, but Liverpool, I'm interested to see what they're going to do, because he'd get in their team as well. He'd definitely make their team better.
He's not Manchester United's number one priority, right? Whose club is Declan Rice's number one priority?
Arsenal's.
You think that's the player you need?
Yeah, I look at what's happened this season, and listen, Partey was phenomenal, but when push comes to shove, he struggled, didn't he? Like Granit Xhaka looks like he's going.
Yeah.
We need someone who can go in there, is durable, that will play from game number 1 to game 38. And I think in that position, we are short, because you look at midfield options. If Xhaka's going to go, Fabio Vieira's not the answer. Arsenal need Declan Rice.
Tony, there's no doubt in my mind that Arsenal needs somebody. I don't care. But at this stage, we need quality over quantity. We just went through a litany of players that we were buying for no reason, that we bought, and basically some of these guys were not even playing. We know for a fact, man, you discussed it. We sat here in January. I should have went back and got audio from we was on sitting here in January, and we discussed this transfer window about what we needed. We all saw it. We saw the bids that were submitted. We went to the table for Declan Rice. We were shot down, and they said that he has given his word that he would come to the Arsenal. We went to the table for Salcedo, who we'll talk about in just a second after we get through with him, with Brother Rice. We put money on the table. We were turned away, not up to speed. So we do know for a fact we went in for both of those guys. This is a fact.
Definite facts.
So we look at this season, Tony, and we see how everything played out. And this is why I told people at the end of the season last year, you want to have an indication of where this club is headed. This is when you start watching right now. Right now. Starting Friday morning. As soon as that game is over on Thursday night or Wednesday or whenever they play, Friday morning, they should be driving a caravan over to West Ham, and they should be putting the contract on the table for Declan Rice. They should be paying whatever the fee is plus 5% for their trouble, and then bringing them on over. We should be getting an announcement on Saturday that the deal is done. Monday, he should be unveiled. We should be looking at the jersey, and we know we should be preparing for our next transfer. This club to sit there, and if they let this young man go to anywhere else, I'm telling you all. I told you yesterday. Me and York, man, told y'all yesterday.
Yeah,
we told y'all that next season is going to show everybody. You can't hide anymore. You can't
hide anymore.
Yeah,
you can't hide. There's no room to hide.
There's no hiding. There's no one to hide. Yeah. You're exposed. Edu is exposed now. People. We know for a fact that they went in for these players. There's no reason that they should not be going back for those players with the adequate funds to get these players. Tony, no excuse. None.
See, bro, Matt, you've just hit the nail on its head. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding. Arsenal went for this player you talked about. Up to Salcedo, we'll talk about later. We'll talk about that case later on. We went to West Ham. We told these guys we want to get Rice. And as a football club, that runs smoothly and know how recruitment goes, they told Arsenal, "We're sorry, we don't want to entertain any discussion of Rice right now." That's what they told Arsenal. Yeah, you could have any agreement you want to have with him, but we will fail to discuss Rice with you. Yeah, that's how stern clubs do. It starts with the psychology. Yeah, they match your thought process with theirs. Yeah, they want you to feel less of a domineering kind of like. They don't want you to be the dominating factor when they start the negotiation. So it starts up like that with them making you feel that they are ahead of you in that negotiation. It starts from that point where they tell you we can't discuss our player right now. Wait till the end of the season, and you can get to talk to him and talk to the football club before you get him. That's how business is being done. Yeah, I don't know who is the psychologist or who does our deals, whether they understand the principles of negotiation. This is how you get negotiations at the table. It starts with a plan and with the adequate psychology to play on the opposing recruitment directors coming in to discuss transfers with you. That's how you get an edge over them. So, went down there for him. And right now they're saying 120 million pounds. Million, guys. That's sinking, guys. An English player. Well, Arsenal have English players here and there, and we can't even get 50 million for these guys. But these guys are telling you he's an English player. He's our midfield marshal in the middle of the park. And I want to sell him for 120 million. The report just came out yesterday that they want 120 million, but they're willing to listen to a club. Listen, look at the pitch there. They're willing to listen to a club that have the kind of players that they want, or that they want as a target in the transfer window. That if that player can come in, it can take out a chunk, at least 20% of the total fee from that 120 million. So in other words, they are looking on getting 100 million, yeah, and that 20 million would be for the people who give to them. So, these guys, they know how to negotiate. That's how to get, see, that simple negotiation, yeah, giving you a little bit of clue. The ABC of negotiation and recruitment. I'm sorry, yeah, Edu doesn't have an idea.
Nope.
He doesn't have an idea of how this modern day negotiations go on. He has no clue.
He's in the same boat. He's in the same boat as Arteta when it comes to inexperience. People, we always go after Arteta, and right, Edu's the same thing. He has no experience in this. He was in the Brazilian national team. He was not. We have no record on. There's no record that I know of where he has been at a football club and has made these kind of dealings. So no, he's learning on the job too. He's learning on the job.
He's learning on the job. But you know what? Yeah, it becomes and again, you have to question all these things. Yeah, that guy was promoted to sporting director. Arsenal have never had a sporting director. So it's like getting the inexperienced Edu and putting him at the end of affairs. And even with that failure, because for me, he hasn't brought in a world-class player into the football club yet. So since he hasn't done that, what do? We give him a new deal and even give him a promotion to sporting director, something that hasn't happened at Arsenal football. We don't know anything called sporting director. We've never had anything like a sporting director in the history of this football club, and we go and give him, put him on that pedestal for what? For nothing. So all these things, brother Matt. Yeah, we're genuinely going to face a Herculean task bringing in Rice. I'm sorry. I want to see Rice and Caicedo together, but with the way Arsenal is haggling with this whole thing, brother, I think Chelsea or Manchester City might just come in and gazum the deal because these guys are ready. They have the money. They don't like to talk and haggle like Arsenal. They just come in, drop the cash, and they're on their way. Tap, tap, boom. It's easy. But we want to wait. But we want to wait. We want to wait for the Conference League final. See, people haven't waited for anything. They've gone in for McAllister. Tap, tap, boom. Got them what they want. And it's all there. They've signed him. When the market is open, he will come as an official player for Liverpool. Even without the transfer window opening right now, that deal is done. It's done, brother man. It's done.
You know what, Tony? Yeah, of course. It bothers me. It bothers me. It's the delusional fans is rating at 9 out of 10 doesn't bother. Let me say this. Spencer's right on the money here. This is something that me and brother Gunnar talked about this morning. because I'm kind of reserved about this Declan Rice thing. You had heard me say he's coming. Now I know better. I mean, I just went over a list of players we saw come in and go, so I know. I literally know how this is going to play out. We're going to diddle around. We're going to open up with this stupid opening bid. Chelsea's going to come to the table. They're going to offer him exactly what he wants, plus interest for his trouble. He's going to either sign with them, or I think Bayern Munich. People are saying, "Well, Bayern Munich not." I think Bayern Munich is playing this as well, because he knows for a fact he goes there, he's winning. It's automatic. Automatic. You going over there? You automatic. You know, automatic. He's going to, if he goes there, it's going to probably work well for him. Brother York. I saw his comment. Now we go pull it up here. Let's not forget Edwin Arteta were chatting on the phone for over an hour about everything but football. Exactly. And don't worry, I'm going to chop that down to audio bite. We're going to use that. Let's look at this right quick, because this is something I want to bring up. I've been sitting on this one. I've been sitting on this, and I want to say something about this right here. So Arsenal set to submit bid opening offer for Montpellier's Laye. All right, so I'm going to show y'all something. Let me show you how to logic. Let me show you Arsenal. Hey, this is called Arsenal logic. Football Mercato are reporting that Arsenal are in pole position to sign the Montpellier's forward and will submit an offer for the France under 21 international imminently. While he had a breakthrough season with Montpellier and is expected to leave the League One club this summer in 32 games, the French top flight. While he has 17 goals and 6 assists. Okay, so if there's some truth in this, I'll play devil's advocate. If there's some truth in this, then why the hell are we going for somebody to score less than the player that we loaned over there that was at the top of the charts?
Someone here has a brain. Brother man has a brain.
In that, this is why I call this Arsenal logic.
Oh my God.
This is Arsenal logic right here, through and through. You want to see an Arsenal roll? This is it right here. We will let Florian Balogun roll out, pay for this man. And I'm just saying this is hypothetical. If this is real, if this is true, just come along with me, people. But this is an example. This is an example of how this football club runs. You see something like this, a lot of people will just glance right past it. I'm not glancing right past it because that's how we roll. We'll do something like that. We'll do something like that. Yeah.
Possible.
This is Arsenal through and through. Right here, through and through. So let's look over here at this. Oh man, we'll just use the headline. I'm not going to go through all that trouble. I don't feel like hearing ads and all that stuff. We'll go to the Daily Fail. Bayern Munich put Sadio Mane, Leroy Sané, and Serge Gnabry up for sale. Okay, well if that's true, then let's cut the check. The check should be cut. We should be moving. We should be moving like a big man club, you know. If that's true. All right. This one tickled me. I bet this one tickled me. So I heard you talking about it a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know what you were talking about, and it came across my timeline. Sasha Boy, Arsenal's €20 million rated transfer target, who is destined for the Premier League. Sasha Boy is a player in demand this summer, with several Premier League clubs believed to be in for the running and land the right back from Galatasaray. Let me say this right quick before I go any further. Oh, God. We don't need no more projects for the football club. We need world-class talent.
Oh, my God.
I can't make it. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to piss off some folks. It's going to, well, what are you saying, man? We need world-class talent at this football.
We need warriors. Zulu warriors. Bro, we need some Zulu warriors in here. That's what we need here. We need Zulu warriors, assassins, killers who will die for the Arsenal shit on the pitch. Not this
Project.
This funny looking, this funny looking toddlers that would just come and check themselves out on the mirror, and have a dick measurement among the players, and in the dugout. That's not what I'm coming to see. I want to see people who would come in and govern as this football club. Come and motivate players. I want to see winners. I want to see people who could improve the team. That's what I want to see. Leave all these bootlicking players and just get us. Go into the brother Mark. Yeah, I don't know if you subscribe to this. I need ugly players. I don't need pretty looking guys in my midfield. I need ugly players. Go get me a Sado. Ugly looking players that are ready. They mean business. They're not there to check the mirrors or to scruff their hairs. No. I want players that are ready to die on that pitch when they wear that shirt. They are ready to make tackles. Yeah. Enough of this pretty players. Enough. Fabio Vieira is enough. He's not bulked up. He's not big enough. He doesn't have the cojones to actually play for the football club. And we have him here. He's already a -1. We don't need this type of players. We need centurions. We need warriors. Zulu warriors. People that are ready to die.
Tony, we need the two-soul. We need
clowns, not the clowns out here, man. We
need proper heart, man. We need proper heart, man. We need proper heart, man. In this team.
Exactly. Outside Sado. How about Declan Rice? Go for 2 of them. Bring in this players. Yao Cancelo, the reporter there, he wants to come. We're already talking to the representatives. Bring him in without making so much noise. It's about 34, 45 million right now because Man City have dropped the price of Yao Cancelo. Go bring in this Centurions. I don't want to see this Joey Battens and
Yorkshire signing no-namers to make up numbers. All it takes is to sign 3 no-namers and a Rice or Sasado or Rice and Sasado, and the number of players signed will fool this fan base. Let me say this, man. This is right on it, man. We're gonna sign somebody, and we're gonna sign, like he said, three or 4 no-namers, and you're gonna start seeing folks like the 9 out of 10 man running around saying this is world class. I mean, this is by far the most important transfer window in the club's history.
Word. Agreed. Word.
We don't have time to play around. If you don't believe me, if I hadn't got rid of it, I think I got rid of the audio. I had it on here, but I think I got rid of it. But I was gonna play some audio. But we need to be out getting our business done. We need to be getting the business done. All right, so here we go. Arsenal transfer news. This is as of today. Arteta. This is gold.com now. Arteta agreed personal terms with the sought-after midfielder. Let's go here. Arsenal agreed personal terms with Moise Caicedo. Take this for what it is. I'm of the camp until I see him on Arsenal.com.
Until I see him, man. I don't buy that story.
Yeah,
because that story has been in the news since January when we're going for him. He has already actually agreed personal terms with Arsenal. He wanted to pack his bags and leave. He told the club publicly that he wants to leave the football club that's going to Arsenal. Even with a public statement, he wanted to leave. But Arsenal failed him. And I'm sorry, man, until I see Moise Caicedo in an Arsenal shirt, I won't be believing all this PR spin and all these brown envelopes that have gone to these big-time YouTubers and big-time social media handlers. I don't subscribe to it, man. Until I see him on an Arsenal shirt, that's when I'll believe that. But again, Brother Matt, it's also good for us to specify constructively that Moise Salcedo wants to come to Arsenal. That's for sure. He loves the football club.
Hey, he wants to come to Arsenal, but so did Mudryk. That these players want to come, but it's just like I heard. I think it was Curtis Shaw said he was talking about. I'm trying to think of who was he talking about, man. And he said Edu goes over there, and you go to talk to. Oh, they were talking about Victor Osimhen, and he said if Edu goes over there, they'll kidnap him. Edu going to try to get a deal over the line is it's quite damning, man. I mean, when you think about it, like you said earlier, what has this man? What has this man? Who is this man? I don't want to hear anything about Jesus and Chico. They don't count. I don't hear nothing about Trossard. That don't count because he was keeping good relations. Okay, apparently he was supposed to be keeping good relations. Well, we're gonna find out. Hey, Tony, we're gonna find out how good the relations are in a few weeks.
We're gonna find out how good the relationship
is.
Find out he's kept. We're gonna find out. I would like him to prove us wrong, really, because we do want Arsenal to move forward, right, Brother Matt, we do want him to prove us wrong. Edu, prove us wrong and go and get in Caicedo. Prove us wrong and go into that market right now, and go and finish up that deal with Declan Rice. Go do it right now. Prove us wrong. You see, lots of people don't accept what you say. They know it's a ton of lies. They know you're lying through your teeth when you make up all these statements and talk about this. About this relationships you keep it. We all know it's a lie. It's a fraud. The big lies. It's a PR spin. And you're the head of that Hydra monster. You are the head of that matrix. It is a lie. Go in there. Forget all these lies. Go in there and go get these players. No one is going to judge you if you've brought in these players. In fact, we'll love you for that. We'll love you. We'll herald you as one of the biggest sporting directors who have come in at Arsenal. Yeah, you would solidify your legendary status. Go in and bring in these guys. How hard is this? Go and bring in these guys. Leave all this PR nonsense. Go in and do the job. I won't be surprised if Arsenal hasn't sounded out Brighton for this deal at all. Maybe they've not even talked about it. See, I totally believe it that Edu hasn't even lifted a finger in this transfer.
You saw him last week. You saw him last week. He was sitting at the party. He was already at the beach chilling. Quite frankly, for me, man, I would have already been at the desk. You're trying to get stuff over the line. Look, this is me. I would rather get stuff done early so I can go enjoy my summer.
Exactly.
No need of me trying.
Those done cookouts you want to have, but do the deals. Do the deals first.
Do the deals over the line. Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Cut the check
for William Saliba. And and this is the problem that I have with Arsenal fans and Arsenal YouTubers. We've totally forgotten about William Saliba. Forgotten that this guy will sign the deal. Getting that deal done this summer, it's like a new signing.
Yeah.
It's like you've heard the club say it's like a new signing. Yeah. This is it. This is where you to go do it in the positive. Yeah. Not in the negative. Do it in the positive, like a new signing. That's what the club always say. Yeah, do it in the positive now, not in the negative. Go and resign William Saliba to a new deal.
There's no reason he should not be resigned. There's no reason Saliba should not be resigned. If we mess around here, and because PSG is in the room, they're knocking at the door. They're in the room, and they'll watch it.
Even Man City want him.
Watch it.
PSG. All these teams, they want him.
Yeah. Get the check. All right, we got two more here, and we're gonna round it off here, Tony. Arsenal find breakthrough in contract talks with Reece Nelson. According to reports in Football 365, Arsenal have found a breakthrough in talks with Reece Nelson over a new contract, with this current deal set to expire next month. Here we go again. I told you. We just talked about it. I told you. I said we We don't get business done early. We wait. We lollygag around. Nelson was used sparingly. That's the whoever wrote that did the right word. Used sparingly, but he was the game changer of the season. By Mikel Arteta throughout the 22-23, starting 5 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across all competitions, and he is the game changer of the year. Tony, Reece Nelson needs to be moved on, man. I think we've gotten just about what we're gonna get out of him at this stage. This is the problem. We have these players. Me and York talked about this yesterday. Players like Reece Nelson should have been loaned out to a quality team to get his craft up to speed, and we could have brought him back, and we probably could have used him. Hell, we may have even could have used him in that run-in last year when we were going through that rough patch. But it's another case of he'll probably be like Joe Willard. Because of the situation we're in now, he needs to be moved on so that we can bring in world-class talent.
World-class players.
Talent. This champ.
But wait, brother Matt. Yeah, I want to get your own idea on this one. Yeah, let the interviewer be the interviewee. See, brother Matt. Yeah, are you comfortable with Reece Nelson? Yeah, rejecting 3 deals Arsenal have put on the table for him. Yeah, and just barely actually agreed to that 4th deal, with pricing, with wages increment. Are you okay with that?
Tony, I don't expect the way Arsenal have fallen, man. I am not absolutely surprised. We beg for mediocrity because it's the cheap way out. It's the cheap way out, Tony.
Right?
So of course they're gonna go, please stay, please. It doesn't cost the club anything. It's cheap. Hey man, it's cheaper to keep her. That's the logic that it's cheaper to keep her. Instead of taking the money and going out buying quality players. You just saw it in the article. The man, whoever wrote this said 5 games. 5 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 5 games. 5 games. And probably 2 of them were preseason. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Now, and our last story for today. Well, we got 2 more. 2 more here. And we're going to round out. Arsenal are formulating a new deal for Martin Odegaard. Let me tell you something, man. I'm going to say something. This is going to be controversial.
Preach, brother Mark. This one, I want to hear this one. I want to hear this one because this is the one that they will crucify you on the cross.
This is going to be this is going to be controversial. I had to brace myself before I say it. Until the end, there needs to be current players that are already in this team that like Odegaard.
Yeah,
they don't need a new deal. I would have said the goalkeeper Ramsdale, but they already did it. Those type players, we don't need to be looking at any massive deals like this until after this Champions League, because then we'll know the status of can this player actually compete at the highest level.
At the highest level. Brother Matt, you're cooking, guys. Matt is cooking.
Do not. Because see what happened. You'll go give this man a 7, 8, 9 year deal, and we'll be seeing with another Ozil all over again. We need to stop these feel good deals. Arsenal needs to get out of the business of making people feel good, and just giving out friendship deals. I don't want to lose your friendship. Here's something. We need to cut this crap out. After this Champions League, what I'll tell you, I'll say it again. Me and Brother York said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. Next season, there will be no hiding for anybody at this football club.
Put up or shut up. Big up to Oregon Gunnar, our big friend and brother who just came into the show.
Shout out to the King in the building. Shout out to Odegaard doesn't need a contract. He has one until 2025. Thank you. We don't need to be going back in here. I need to see what this man's going to do against Bayern Munich. I want to see what he's going to do against the big boys of football. Because see, this is the thing. This is the thing, and we wind it down, everybody. This is the thing. We were told for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. We got to get into the Champions League. That we can get a better grade of player. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. That means that everybody is up for an interview for next year then.
Yeah.
Everybody. And we got to get out of this habit. Tony, we got to get out of this habit of not looking for players better than the ones we already have. We can't keep going. We went through for an hour. We went through the transfers over the last few years. And we have let player after player after player after player and have brought nothing. No world class. Not one world class player outside of maybe one or two was on that list. And even then, that's hard. You're hard pressed to even say that then. We should be operating better than this, Tony.
It's crazy.
This club should be operating in a different mode. But we have the three stooges running this club. Like I said, he does not. There's no way he needs a new. We need to even go onto the carpet, just like
summer of 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, the deal is okay. He's not showing signs of like I don't like the football club. In fact, he's club captain, so he likes the football club. He wants to stay. He hasn't indicated that he wants to leave. He has to prove himself on the big stage, because his position is a very, very important role. It's a pivotal role to Arsenal's gameplay, So we need to know if he can be able to handle the pressure, at the highest stage, where we have to fry the fish. We have to know if he's willing to fry that bigger fish with Arsenal Football Club. So let's see. Tone it down. Get deals done for the ones that are still lingering. William Saliba, get it sorted out. Get Declan Rice into the football club. Get Caicedo into the football club. Go right now and make sure you tie up that deal for Yao. He wants to come to the football club. He has a legitimate bone to pick with Guardiola. He wants to be part of winning. Form a winning team by going and getting these players. Go and get them. Go and get them, Eddie.
All right. Our last transfer for today, last transfer rumor rather, is Arsenal is eyeing a move for Xavi Simons. Now, Xavi Simons, him and Gakpo did a number on us in that Europa League, by the way. And if that wasn't telling that we need to beef it up to get some quality, then nothing else I could tell you. But anyway, Arsenal are monitoring PSV's Xavi Simons and are interested in making a move for the Dutch player in the summer and reinforce Mikel Arteta's squad. However, PSG, other teams are smarter than us. PSG, the club whom Simons developed at, have a buyback clause of 12 million. You see this? Shit.
Hey, 79, thanks for coming to the chat. Could you pull up where he just wrote there? Just pull up where he just wrote there. I didn't say it. He said it. Are we going for Jaden Smith up in here? Yeah. See, brother Matt, see, I'm part of going for all these funny-looking players, I need Zulu Warriors. I need ugly players who would come in down here and put in a shift. I'm tired of all this old.
Hey, Tony,
we have players in the league that Premiership proven players. Right now, they're ready. They're ready to take up this mantle. How about Tielemans? Because suddenly we've totally forgotten about Tielemans. We're willing to give Tielemans to go pay Leicester £30 million to go get Tielemans. Just last season. Why is it right now that it could leave on a free? Suddenly, no one wants to talk about it. So it shows a pattern. We want to waste money. When it was a time to waste money, we're going for him. But right now, that there's no amount of money we should spend on him, we can get him on a free. No. There's a repellent. No one wants to go for him again. No, I don't understand this dynamics. It's shameful. Xavi is a good player. Don't get that wrong. But see, brother Matt, I'm tired of experimenting. We don't need to, hold experiment again. Now is the time. Put up or shut up. Go get in Premier League worthy players. Premier League proven. You see, Anthony Herbert gave us a good crucial play. How about Madison? Jeff, talking about him. Madison will give you 19 goals a season. That's the kind of midfielder he is. He would give you that. His injury record is something to think about. But is that midfielder that will give you 19 to 18 goals in a season? Check his record. He's a good midfielder. It would give you that. It would solidify your midfield. And you know what? He only cost about 40 million and he wants to play the Champions League. That's how bad it is. It was out there sucking up to go to Tottenham Hotspurs. Now Tottenham don't have any Champions League to offer. He's jumping ship. He wants to play the Champions League. Arsenal, go in there and go get a James Maddison. He will give you 15, 18, 19 goals easy from the midfield, including screamers. Yeah, better than Granit Xhaka. He'll do that for you. Go get a Caicedo. Tie up that deal for Rice. Put Partey on the bench a little bit so that he can understand that, hey, time is going. New players are out here ready to fight. Zulu Warriors. Go and get a Vlahovic. See, me and you have a better transfer plan than the clowns we have down there in the football club right now. Those clowns don't have an idea. They don't know who to bring. They don't know who to fight for. They don't know who to pay. They're clueless. They're clueless. Go get a Yao Cancelo. Tweak everything down there. He will form a good partnership on the right with Bukayo Saka. He would help. He will galvanize Bukayo Saka. He's a winner himself. He will galvanize that right wing back because we're not getting enough from White, who is there. Ship White to the bench or make him maybe a more bigger substitute role for Saliba when Saliba is injured, and bring in one more defender, a Guehi or Poncano. All these players are out there for us to explore.
Tony, Schadenfreude, I'm gonna say something here. This we're gonna end on this note here. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna read this comment. Then I'm gonna give you my comment. I'm sitting there listening to everything you said, and something popped in my head. And I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be the mic drop for the day. Xavi Simmons can play pretty and ugly, the warrior type of warrior. He said your comment might be wrong about this guy. Let me say something. I'm gonna show y'all something right quick.
But it's still an experiment, brother, man.
Wait a minute, Tony. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. This right here is gonna shut it down for the day. You know why you can't take advantage of this kind of player and bring him and just have him in the team? You know why? I'm gonna show you why. Because you spent $40 million on Vieira, Fabio Vieira. See, when you spend $40 million on a Fabio Vieira, you don't have the money to go out. You can't bring a guy like this gentleman in and then bring in Madison and bring in some quality players and build a team of people that compete with each other for playing spots. See, when you spend the money the wrong way, like Edu has, you're not able to go out and get you, like we would classify like maybe a Fabregas back in the day, a Reyes back in the day. Yeah. A Nasri back in the day. This is why I said our transfer system needs to be overhauled because it is absolutely.
It needs to. And Unique 79. If you check his charts down there again, Unique 79. Whoever you are, man, blessings to you, man. Big up to you. Like your football IQ. Unique 79. Just after our brother Shafrod says here. Can you imagine a midfield of Caicedo, Madison, Partey, and Rice? No, think about this, brother Matt. Yeah, when you see this midfield coming out to play anywhere, even in Man City, even at the Etihad, yeah, that comment from Unique 79. If you bring in out those players to come out as Centurions and Warriors to win you the league, when you look at that team, you say, yeah, this guys can win us the league. If you put that team together, they will lead. Yeah. You can sacrifice already. If you have an elite striker to top this midfield in the league, it's simple. These are warriors. Madison will give check his record. Madison can give you 18, 17 goals easy, and that was in Leicester. That was in Leicester. He would give you 16, 17 goals easy in a season. So imagine he comes to Arsenal. What would he give Arsenal? Like 20, 25 goals off from the midfield alone. It's easy. It's easy. So I don't know the clowns that are there at Arsenal that don't want to do these deals. Me and you have a good transfer plan. Why can't the professionals out there have a good transfer plan? How about that?
Because they spend an hour talking on the phone about everything but football. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an explosive first edition of the Transfer Watch. We're going to be doing 2 hours. 2 hours.
Rolling 2 hours.
Yep. Circling back, we're going to come back in July because we have an idea to see where we are. And when we come back in July, we're going to be looking at these. When we come back on the next show, we need to be talking about the signings. We need to be talking about the signings on the next show. Don't let us come back and we haven't had any signings on the next show. That's all I'm going to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you for tuning in today. Like I told you, I wanted y'all to see those numbers on those departures. And y'all show, when y'all get on the channel, y'all show these people these numbers so that people can see how naked the cabinet is. And shout out, he's not in the chat, but when he watches on a replay, shout out to Gary DWTT. He's finally come around to my idea of thinking. I saw him yesterday. I'm going to give him a shout out. He's finally starting to come around to the right side of thinking, brother. Goon, Oregon Gooner, good to see you, brother.
Oregon Goon, that's our brother, man.
In reality, we know this is not happening. I know that's not happening. They're not going to let PSG's not going to let him go like that anyway. So, all right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have a wonderful day. Once again, Lee, if you catch this, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Phase 41 is in commencement. And
Phase 41 is out there, yeah.
Yep. Shout out to all of the Rat Nation and the Rat Army, excuse me. And we are out. Peace.